Alrighty guys, today we're working on an old Johnson Rampage to be specific. Super fast sled for its day, probably one of the fastest of its time. Super narrow, tippy, but fast. That's a good thing. It's been sitting, I don't know, maybe 5, maybe 10, maybe 50, I honestly don't know. Last registration is 1990. Got it in a package deal. If you haven't seen that video where we fired up all those sleds, make sure you go check that out before you watch this. I'll leave a link to it up there somewhere. But yeah, it runs on spray. We're gonna go through the fuel system a little bit and see if this thing is gonna run on its own when we're done with it. Maybe we'll sell it, I don't know. I have another Rampage in the back shed that's in really good shape. This one's a little bit rougher. So it'll be, I don't know, 50-50 if we keep it or not. You guys let us know in the comments what we should do with this sled. But yeah, we're gonna get into it, see how bad it is, and hopefully by the end of it, it runs on its own. That's the goal. Let's get into it. Here is the old Rampage ski horse, 32 horsepower. I gotta get the little wing nuts off of the hood. These got what they call a performance exhaust system. From the era, gives it about 5 more horsepower than the normal ski horse of its time. So that's cool. We gotta take the cap off here, which has seen way better days. No water's gonna get in there. And just gotta get that off. Lift the old hood off here. The hood's rough as they come, you know. Pretty typical. Sun is bright today, guys. It's about 80 degrees out, and we're being dumb working on snowmobiles. So our fuel line is here. Oh God, it stinks for sure. Pulse line, we'll probably end up replacing all that stuff, and then primer lines. Okay, we're gonna get the gas tank out first. Here is the old tank. Just got one bungee. They would be a regular, like a cross pattern here from the factory. So we're gonna get that out and work on that fuel tank, pickup line, new fuel lines all the way up to the carb. Throttle's working a lot better. Got that moving. And then we put a recoil on it. And it's missing a bolt here. Threads are gone. I'm gonna have to take a tap and tap that to a bigger size. So that's what we got in store for us. Let's get working on that fuel tank. The tank is removed. There actually is not much for bad stuff in there. I don't know if you can see that. A little bit of sap. The pickup line filter's laying in there. So we're gonna get these fittings out and replace the pickup line and the filter, flush out the tank, and then we'll do the fuel lines. And then we can see if this thing's gonna pump any fuel. Worst case scenario, I got kits for these HD37s. We'll put a carb kit in it for the diaphragm, if that is all stiff. Sometimes these old OMCs, they just fire up and run fine. So if that's the case, great. If not, we'll put a kit in it. But we at least got to get the fuel system done up until the carburetor. And then we got to do primer lines. This one, they put the T in after the fuel. I guess the fuel line going to the carb instead of the incoming fuel line. I don't know if it really makes a difference per se, but it would. I guess it should be in the incoming line because, you know, then it has to pull out of the fuel pump. So maybe when we have that all disconnected, I'll change this T to go in the incoming line like I'm used to seeing. So we may change that up. So that is something we might change. Anyways, let's get that tank cleaned out, flushed out, and go from there. All right, guys, we got the tank set back in. We got a new pickup line. Might be able to see the end of it down there. New check valve, filter. Put a little bit of Teflon on these threads. Didn't over tighten them. Those do crack easily. We're going to replace our return line here to there, and then an incoming fuel line from here. Probably put a little filter somewhere over here, and then redo the lines and the plumbing for the primer. I got 2 used primers that I saved. We're going to see if any of them are good. Try them out on this sled. We'll try the original one that's in here, see if that thing does anything, but otherwise we'll try those used ones. So yeah, I'm going to start plumbing fuel lines, see if all that checks out, and then we got to run to town and get gasoline. I'm gonna try to fire this puppy up. Boy, the sound of an OMC opposed twin. Can't wait to hear it run. I kind of sped through the fuel line installation stuff here. Didn't really record anything for you. I'll show you what I did here on the finished product. You guys saw the pickup line in the tank. Have these routed. Maybe they're supposed to go down and around and up with a shielding conduit on them, possibly. But I did it this way. I'm gonna put some loom and tie these together and just keep them up off the exhaust. And then it has a little retainer here. We're gonna put loom so it doesn't chafe. New primer, lines, primer, we're gonna see if that works. There's a check valve inside the T-fitting, I found that out. So that's hooked up on the inlet side, filter, new line to the carb, and then a new 3/16 return line. So we got all the fuel lines plumbed. I gotta tighten those spark plugs from yesterday because they're just hand tight. And then I gotta get some mixed fuel. And then we can try to start this thing up and see if it's gonna run. Got fuel pressurized up in the lines. The primer's actually working. What I had to do is I had to have this return line plugged off, put some air pressure in to actually feed the fuel system, and then it pumps right up and the primer's working. So I think what we'll do is we'll prime it up and we'll see if it'll start on its own. I gotta tighten them spark plugs yet. We can try to prime it up. Key is on. It's on a track stand, so it shouldn't go too far. Oh, she's got loads of compression. There we go. Start the old Rampage back up. She seems to be running pretty strong. We'll see if she starts back up. Oh, there's so much compression. Missing some of the wing nuts in the front, but I don't really care about that. It's perfect. The lines are out of the way. See right through the vents there. I think I got 2 wing nuts here to put on yet. Just to keep the hood attached. And the gas cap will keep it from flying off. Here's the Rampage back together. The hood, like I said, is definitely not in the best shape, but it's better than some. Seat needs to be recovered and new wood. But yeah, I'm gonna go take it on a little Maiden voyage in the grass and see if it drives under its own power. I'm assuming it's pretty fast because it feels faster than the Challenger. But another one's revived. I didn't even have to do the carb on this one. I had 3 carb kits here just in case. I thought for sure I'd be doing a carburetor on one of these, but I know for sure I'll be doing them Skidoo carbs. Those are bad. Those are gonna need some attention. It seems like these old ones, they don't get enough fuel because they're diaphragm style. They don't sit with fuel in them all that much, so they don't get gummed up like the bowl carbs do. So that might save these things when they sit. Other than that, I don't know when the last time this thing ran, but boy, it runs like the day it was made. As far as how it idles and revs out, the tuning is right on. It's 80 degrees out, so she's a little bit rich, but that's fine. I just got to put an air intake scoop right there, one of the flanges. That way you don't get that spit all over the recoil, and you could get maybe a potential for a fire if something got down by the points. Looks like oh, I know why they don't have lights. They cut the wires. That would be why. So yeah, we're gonna take it in the yard for a little grass ride and see how it moves. Well guys, there you have it. I believe it's a 1972 Johnson Rampage, revived from the dead. Unknown number of years. Once again, I have no clue. These were part of a package deal. I prefer not to know how long it's been sitting, but the gas that was in the bottom of that tank was tar. I know it takes at least 10 years to get tar in the tank, give or take 20. So yeah, thing runs pretty good. In the grass, you don't get much front traction there, so she pushes pretty good. A lot of track on the ground, but boy, is that thing a missile. Sweet snowmobile. If you guys are interested in purchasing it, let me know. Hit me up on Facebook. Otherwise, we may be selling it on Marketplace or potentially leaving it as part of the fleet if no one gives us a decent offer. So that being said, if you enjoy these type of revivals, you want to see more old sleds being brought back from the dead, leave a like on the video, subscribe, leave a comment down below what your thoughts are on this old Johnson, and we'll see you in the next video.